All right, guys. Good afternoon. I am gonna do the second group of problems that you're gonna input into Itazo. So please check my Google Classroom for the Itazo code, and also look for my the YouTube video for future YouTube videos. Let's look at this one. Number 6. It says the temperature in Anchorage, Alaska, was 4 degrees Fahrenheit at 2 p.m. The temperature dropped 2.5 degrees per hour until 9. The temperature dropped another 9 degrees by midnight. How much colder was it at midnight than at 2 p.m.? The choices are F is 17.5 degrees colder, G 26.5 degrees colder, H 22.5 degrees colder, or J 18.5 degrees colder. You have to remember those keywords that are related to positive and negative numbers. For example, dropped. If temperature drops in degrees, we're talking about negative numbers because it's going down. Also, in the question itself, it's kind of giving you a key. How much colder was it at midnight than at 2 p.m.? So it wants to know what's the difference between what's the temperature at midnight and at 2 p.m. Well, at 2 p.m. we know it's 4 degrees Fahrenheit. So now we need to know, okay, how much colder was it at midnight? And to do that, well, let's see if we can get put some things together here. We know the temperature is at 4 degrees Fahrenheit at 2. We know it dropped 2.5 degrees per hour. So when it drops, that's a negative number. And how much did it drop? Well, 2.5 per hour. So negative 2.5 per hour. Okay, and well, the question is how many hours? How many hours have passed? Well, it starts at 2 and it went all the way to 9. So think from 2 p.m. all the way to 9 p.m. How many hours have passed? Well, we think there, okay, 2 to 3 is 1 hour, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and then, of course, 8 to 9. Well, how many hours is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hours have passed. So that means that it dropped for 7 hours, it dropped 2.5 degrees. Well, if you want to know how much total that is, well, negative 2.5, 1 hour. Okay, it's 1 hour. Well, you want to know how many is that for 7 hours. So you got to figure out, okay, how much degrees did it drop in 7 hours? That's what you got to figure out. Okay, every hour is 2.5. Well, 7 hours later, how many degrees did it drop? Once you find that answer, then it tells you, then the temperature dropped another 9 degrees. So that means it went down negative 9. It went down 9 more. And so then you'll find out what the temperature is at midnight. Once you find, okay, this number plus whatever the answer to the 7 hours is, you add those two together, and that's the temperature at midnight. And then you can start subtracting, because how much colder means subtract. So how much colder means you're gonna have to subtract, and then you'll subtract, okay, midnight minus the 4 degrees Fahrenheit, and you'll find out what the temperature, how much colder it was. If you still have questions, please always message me through the class dojo or Google Class. Okay, number 7. Jack bought a used car for $4,555. He made a down payment of $1,500 for the car, and he will pay the remaining balance in 10 equal payments. How much will Jack still owe on the car after he makes 7 payments? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles. Be sure to use the correct place value. Um, this one here is something that a lot of your parents do when they buy cars, especially used cars. You might not have enough. Your parents might not pay off the car up front or have enough money just to pay off this. So the dealership or the person selling the car asks him for a down payment. That means that they're gonna give him some of the money, and in turn, the person who is selling the car is gonna let him take the car, as long as they give him some portion of the money, some of this. And so this person, Jack, bought a used car that cost this much. Well, he had to leave a down payment. When you leave a down payment, that means you're giving money to the person. So that means you gotta subtract it because you don't know this no more. You owe the difference between the down payment and your what the car costs. Once you get that answer, then whatever's left, you're gonna pay it off in 10 equal payments. That means you're gonna have 10 payments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 payments. Okay. So whatever this amount comes out to, you're gonna disperse it, or you're gonna divide it into 10 payments. That way you pay the same thing every single time. So whatever you get here, you're gonna divide it into 10 to find out how much each payment would be. Now that's not the answer. Pay attention to the question. It says, how much will Jack still owe on the car after he makes 7 payments? So he's already made 7 of these. So think here. He's already made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The question is, how much will he still owe? Well, he still owes payment 8, payment 9, payment 10. So he owes 3 payments. Well, how much is that total that he owes? And that's what you're going to input here. Next question. Number 8. Number 8 is a little easier. The Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas can seat 77,000 people during a music concert. The table shows the number of seats sold. How many seats are still available for the concert? F, 9,665 seats. G, 9,765 seats. H, 10,335 seats. J, 10,664 seats. It says here, let's go back to the question. How many seats are still available? That means when you want to know how much are available, that means that you're going to buy tickets. You want to go to the concert. Well, this here says tickets sold. Okay, so they're already sold. So you can't buy those tickets. But how many are still available? Well, you know that there's only this many people can go in there. So you know the total 77,000 people fit into the Alamo Dome. You know these people already bought tickets. So you want to know, okay, how many tickets are still available? Think about what you have to do. Let's go to the next one. Number 9. Bethany is making 6 cakes for a charity cake bake sale. Each cake requires the ingredients shown below: 2 1/4 cups sugar. Cup flour. 1 1/2 cups sugar. 3 teaspoons baking powder. 1/3 cup of oil. Based on the ingredients shown, how many cakes of flour and oil will she need to make 6 cakes? A says 12 3/4 cups flour, 2 cups of oil. 13 cups of flour, 2 2/3 cups of oil. C is 13 1/2 cups of flour, 2 2/3 cups of oil. D, 13 1/2 cups of flour, and 2 cups of oil. Okay, so let's go back to this illustration here, this picture. This shows here that each cake requires the ingredients shown below. This word each cake means one cake. One cake requires everything you see there. That's for one cake there. Everything there's for one cake. Well, they want to make 6 cakes. Okay, they want to make 6 cakes. So that means that everything here, you have to not double it, triple it. No, you quadruple it. No, you need to 6 times it. Okay, you need to everything here has to be 6 times because you want 6 cakes. This is for one cake, and you want to make 6 cakes. Well, you need six of these, 6 of every portion here. And so think there. Look at the question. How many cups of flour and oil? So let's concentrate on cups of flour and oil. So we got the flour and we got the oil there. We're not going to worry about sugar and baking powder because look at the answer choices. They're not part of the answer choice. So let's look here. We can convert this guy 2.25. Okay, And this one, we can actually leave it as a fraction because it's easier. And so what are you going to do? Well, if this is for one cake and you want 6, that means you're going to have to, everything here has to be 6 times that. So, times 6, times 6. We put a 1 here. Your 2 answers there should show up here. Next one. Number 10. On Monday, stock QT started the day with a value of $2.37 per share. The table shows the change in value over a 5-day time span. Day Monday, change in value. Okay, so Monday, the days are here: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Change in value telling you that Monday it went up $1.05. Tuesday it went down 98 cents. Wednesday it went down $1.15. Thursday went down 74. I'm sorry, went up 74 cents, and Friday went down 72 cents. The question is, what was the value per share of stock QT at the end of the day on Friday? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles. Be sure to use the correct place value. So what you would do is at the beginning, let's say before Monday, let's say on Sunday night or something, the stock was 237. What happened on Monday? Well, look at it, it went up. So we're going to put plus 105. We're going to add it together, and that gives me 3.42. But then on Tuesday, what happened on Tuesday? Well, now it went down because it's a negative. So you got to remember, positive and negative numbers, same sign add, different sign subtract. So it's 342. Well, now it went down 98 cents, so you're going to have to subtract 98 cents. And you're going to go step by step, day by day, until you get to the final answer. And that's what you're going to put in here. Okay, so hopefully this has helped you. If you still have questions, please message me through the Google Classroom or Class Dojo. Okay, now have a nice day and be safe.